Hello dear students, welcome back to your science classes. How are you all? I hope you all are healthy and doing well. So students, I'm your science educator again here with a new chapter. And today we have chapter number 10, which is about matter, solid, liquids and gases. So we have matter, and in matter we classify it for the solid, liquid and gases. So in this chapter we have to we are going to learn about this in detail. But before starting this chapter, have a look on your learning objectives. So, materials and matter, characteristics of solids, liquid and gases, and in the last we are going to discuss about the uses of solids, liquid and gases. So we see many things around us. They are made up of different kinds of material. For example, spoons and forks we use eating food are made of a metal called steel. The steel is made up of a kind of matter. The wood of chairs and tables is another kind of matter. The leather of a pair of shoes is still another kind of matter. So matter is what things are made up of. So what we observe, that if we are seeing our around surroundings, so we observe so many things are present here. So if we are talking about this AC remote, so it is also a matter, and it is also a thing, and it is also made up of a matter. If you are talking about your socks, if you are talking about your spoons, all these things are made up of different kind of matter. Okay, now very often the same kind of objects can be made of different kinds of matter. Some lunch boxes are made up of stainless steel, while some are made up of plastic. We are talking about only a single piece. For example, your lunch box. Here you have your wooden lunch box. Here you have your steel lunch box. Here you have your plastic lunch box as well. It means same thing, but we have different kind of it. So often an object is made up of more than one kind of matter. One such example is house. So if we are seeing our house, what we see there is bricks, cement, concrete, sand, TMT, glass, pipes, wood, tiles. All these different things help to make a single home, a single thing. Okay, so to make a house we need tons of sand, thousands of bricks, cement, marble, wood, iron roots, copper, wire and thousands of liters of water. This is because no single matter has all the characteristics that the object needs. It means if we say only one single matter is enough for all the things we need, so it's not possible. We need different things to fulfill our needs. That's it. If we need a strong thing, so we use steel. If we use a cold thing which give us coldness, for example your soil. So these are the things we have to use for our different purposes. The great variety of matter allows for the creation of many things. We can group different kinds of matter into three main forms. So as we already discussed about this, that are matter, right? It's categorized into three main different things. The first solid, the second one liquid, and the third one is gases. So in a glass of fizzy drink like of Coca-Cola or soda, we can observe all three different states clearly. Your glass is solid form, the drink is in liquid form, and the bubbles you see inside your glass is your gas form. So when you have a glass of Coca-Cola, you can simply see the three categories of your matter. Now we are going to discuss about the solids in detail. So solids are the first form of matter. Solids have a definite shape. For example, this is AC remote. If you see it, so it has a definite space. I can observe it, right? Next, solids occupy a definite space, that is, they have a definite volume. So this occupies a volume. In your mass chapter, we understand about the volume. Volume means which occupied a space. So your AC remote is occupied a space, that means it has a volume. Solids are hard, that is, they are firm to touch. So this is solid. If I press it hardly, so it doesn't get change its shape. So it means solid is hard. Solids can be heavy. Solids do not flow, so they can be easily transferred from one vessel to the another vessel. And solids have weight as well. So this AC remote has weight as well. So these are the characteristics we have for the solid. And here we have some another examples of the solid. For example, metal, glass, plastic, fabric, concrete, wood, ceramic, and rubber. So these are your solid example. When you get in higher, when you are in higher classes, you also understood about the particles of the solid. So generally your particles of the solids are connected to each other like this very strongly. That is why your solid have a volume, solid has a weight, solid has a particular shape. Just because of there is no space between the particles of the solid. Next we have liquids. So liquids are the second form of water. If you want to see the liquids in detail, you have to see the characteristics of your water. So first, liquids do not have definite space, shape. Okay. So if you see your water, if you pour it into your bottle, the shape will be your bottle. If you pour it in your balti, the shape will be your balti shape. So what we understand here, that liquids don't have a definite shape. Whether in a glass bottle, a plastic mug, or poured into a saucepan, they take the shape of the container. Liquids have a definite volume, but liquids have a definite volume. If you pour the water inside your bottle, what will you observe? That water bottle have a weight into this. Okay, liquid can flow, and so they are called fluids. Liquids have a fluidity inside it. That is why we call them fluid. Okay, now being fluid liquids flow from a higher level to a lower level. Therefore, the water in the river flow. Liquids cannot be held. Liquids have weight. The most common liquid on the earth is water, and life cannot be exist without it. Next we have gases. Gases have no definite shape. They take the shape of the containers in which they are filled. So where we filled it, similarly as liquid, they take the shape of that particular thing. Gases have no size and volume. They spread in all directions. So we cannot say that gases have a particular volume. So they can be moved in all direction. Gases can be stored as fluids, use release in gaseous form like perfume in a bottle and cooking gas in a cylinder. So when you have a perfume bottle, you have to pour it. You have to press it. What you observe, the particle which is coming outside of it, that is your gases. Okay. So air is an example of gas. It occupies a space and has weight. As in air chapter, we already learned. In your higher classes, you are going to learn about the air, how it is a matter, how it occupies a space, and how it has a weight as well. It is a mixture of gases. The main gases of air are oxygen and nitrogen. We need oxygen for live. In the above characteristics of solids, liquids, and gases, one thing in common: all occupy space and all have weight. So the perfect definition of matter is anything that occupies space and has weight is matter. So first of all, we classify the matter among three groups: solid, liquid, and gas. After studying each and every kind of matter, what we understand here, end of the moment, we have a combined definition for this, that we can say anything to a matter who occupies any kind of space and who have any kind of weight. That is referred as your matter. Now, what are the uses of solids? Wood is commonly used to make furniture, houses, and paper. Rubber is used to make rubber bands, tires, tubes, balloons, eraser, and toys. Metals are used to make many useful tools, kitchen utensils, and even jewelry. So what we observe here, that solid particles give us so many examples and so many uses. Without solid matters, we cannot make our AC remotes, we cannot make our tables, we cannot make our houses as well. Next, leather can be used for making shoes, clothes, bags. Sand bricks and stones are often used for building houses, bridges, and roofs. So simply you have to understand whichever things you have a particular kind of shape, that is your solid, and solid help us to so many things, even we cannot describe it. Okay. Next we have liquids. So in liquids we have water, and water play a very important role in our life. Without water we cannot survive. Only not human beings, animals, plants, and all other things also cannot survive without water. Now kerosene, diesel, and water are also used as fuels to run vehicles such as cars, buses, and trains, and it is also a kind of liquid we have. Next we have gases. So first of all we have oxygen, and oxygen is very important for human beings. Without oxygen we cannot survive. So all living things need air to live. They need the oxygen in the air. Plants use carbon dioxide for making their own food. Air is used to fill bicycle tubes, car tires, and tubes, football bladders, etc. to make them work. Hydrogen gas is used to fill the hydrogen balloons. Cooking gas, LPG, and biogas, gobar gas, are used as fuel. And CNG, compressed natural gas, is also used as is also used as fuel for vehicles. So what we understand here, gas is also play a very important role in our life. It is very important for our survival. It is very important fuel for our vehicles, for our cooking time, and for we are using air for filling our tires and a lot of things like this. So these are the uses of gases we have. So student, this is the end of your chapter. I hope so you understood it very well and you like this as well. Now I'm going to meet you in your next class. Till that, bye bye. Have a good day.